All right, hey, we're going to get into some music, and this gets us into what today's community service is going to be focused upon initially. We went and interviewed Gloria Crow Boberts, excuse me, Gloria. Gosh, it must have been about 2 months ago or so at the Mental Health Service Center out on 101 near the edge of town, north side of town out there. And we met a musician, a guy named Shane McCullough. And we did a lot of talking with Shane and listened to some of his tracks. And in that initial report, which you can find on KFUG's YouTube channel, we featured some of his music. Shane's joining us today in the studio live. And we're going to discuss more of his music and the role it plays in his life and in mental health in general. But here, let's begin with a track from his album, Mental Prison. Shane McCullough, KFUG.
Alone, walking head down in the rain. Will he ever get rid of this pain? Just cannot help it that he's insane. Is there any way to fix his brain? Every day is a struggle within. Every day it gets harder to grin. Living with the pain that's inside him. Fighting every day, he never wins. Unwanted voices, they come and go. Withdraws from people, where did he go? Steadily rising out of his hole. Insanity now, out of control. Reality is lost, gone no more. Sanity thrown right out of the door. He crashed full blast right through the floor. Broken pieces no longer can soar. Mental prison, 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 mental prison.
Local musician Shane McCullough right there, and the title track from his album Mental Prison. We've got Shane in the studio this morning. How you doing today, Shane?
I'm doing really good.
Thanks for coming in and making the trek. I know it's not like I just live next door. I get up, I put on pants, I walk over, I'm here. But you've coming all the way across town. We appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
So we initially met a couple of months ago when we talked at the Mental Health Services Center, and we talked about you were part of one of the group there that Gloria had assembled for us to sort of get into what was happening at that facility, and she made a big deal out of making sure that we heard your music and got a chance to talk to you because it was something that was important to her and that she felt said a lot about your journey in sort of the mental health circles and where Gloria was. And so can you talk a little bit about that? Let's just jump into that. What role does this music, and specifically this album, Mental Prison, play in your own personal journey?
Well, I call it mental prison because when I'm dealing with symptoms every day, I feel trapped, lost, and alone, and at times I feel like there's no good days ahead or in the near future, and I would give up. I used to isolate for months to years at a time when dealing with all of this. It's like a mental prison. So that's where I got the name for the title of the album. And the music, I've always wrote in from the heart. You know, I wrote to get the thoughts and voices out of me or whatnot. It's a therapy for me. It's always been that way.
I think that's really interesting, and that was really interested me when we talked initially too, just about, so like a lot of people, myself included, I make music and it's fun and I like to record stuff and I go, oh hey, that's cool, and boy, you know, I sound like I know what I'm doing or I don't, and I need to, you know, keep working on stuff. Your music like plays a much more important role, I think, at least it seems to me, in your life than it does in a lot of other musicians' lives, because I mean it is very much a part of your therapy and part of your mental health strategy, correct?
Yes, and the past 2 months I haven't had any beats to write to. We're working on the album 3, the last project I'm doing with this guy, and we're getting the beats ready right now, so I haven't had any outlet through music for 2 months.
Oh, wow.
And I color a lot too, and I haven't had any coloring books to color for a couple months. So I haven't really had an outlet, and things have been kind of getting crazy in my head.
Oh my God. So how have you been coping? What have you been doing then in that time?
Well, when the voices get bad, I put on the headphones, and I have them for my TV so I could watch a movie. You know, I just got the new Jurassic World. I like watching that one. And that kind of drowns them out. I also use the rubber band at times when it just gets too bad. And that's how I've been coping with it lately.
Wow, wow. So what about the process? You said you haven't had beats to sort of compose and write on and to sort of facilitate that whole like kind of healing process that music plays for you. Why is that? Why haven't you had beats? Where do those beats come from?
Well, my friend who does them, if you like the beats, where did I write that at? I wrote his name down.
And I want to say that Shane's come with notes this morning to make sure that everything important gets said. I really appreciate that. That's cool.
The guy who does my beats, his name is Earth House Entertainment, and you can find him on SoundCloud and YouTube. And we're going through, we're making them right now. They're getting finished. So I'm thinking within the next month or so, I should be able to start writing the third album.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's why I haven't had him. We're perfecting them.
And a local guy, right?
Yes, he's a local.
And I think I even asked when we initially talked that first interview, it's like GarageBand, right? You guys
we're using GarageBand.
That's amazing to me. I love that. I love it. Just the kind of freedom an artist has in the digital age. There's so much about the modern world that I don't like, but the ability to make music or to do art and then share it, that's something that seems to have, I don't know, that's the success of the modern age. It occurred to me like, you know, the kind of technological capabilities that bands like the Beatles had when they were making masterpiece albums in the 60s, you can spend a couple $100 and have that same technology available for you nowadays, and I think that's really cool.
Yeah, when I was 19, I started taking music seriously. I want to do it as a career. I remember they had music shops, and stuff was a lot more expensive back then.
That's
you know,
true.
like if you want a good mixing board, it was probably like $1,000 or something. You know, and now like I found out you could go to Best Buy or whatever. They sell all that stuff now. You know, and yeah. Back then it was like that you had to go to music shops.
Yeah, it was like almost like it was a mystery you had to solve to find the best deals, right? Yeah. So I was curious about that, about the process and like just how two guys make music like this. This is just an amazing thing. So talk to me if you would, and please, anytime that I veer off from what you have in your notes, speak up and let me know and pull me back, because you'll notice I don't have notes. I just like talk. Tell me about this album then, Mental Prison. Now, were these tracks? Did you have these tracks when we first talked to you?
Actually, we had 3 of them.
Okay.
I played 3 of them, and I think you play them on the radio. There's the Mental Prison track from this album. There's one with the spirits from this album, and there's Evolving as One, the one about the war going on right now.
Right.
Those are 3 that I had done at that time. I had more, but those are 3 that we had time to listen to. Because we listened to the first album, and I thought you might want to listen to 4, but we ended up listening to like 7. So I just played some off the second album that I had ready.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. So you want to play another track now, or is there something more you want to discuss just about the track we just heard?
Well, I wanted to say the album concept is every day I'm constantly dealing with symptoms. The past 5 years it's been getting better thanks to the service center, and I want people with mental illnesses to know it can get better. That's what this album is about. You know, it's about my symptoms and what I go through and how it's got better for me, and it can get better for other people too.
So is there any, I mean, talk if you would then about the title of the title of the album and that track we just heard, Mental Prison.
The track we just heard is called Broken. It's the intro to Mental Prison.
Gotcha.
It talks about me isolating, waking up from my brain injury. As a kid, I had PTSD and started hearing voices from an incident. And in the track, when it says steadily rising out of his hole, insanity now out of control, that's about the last time I isolated. It was for 2 years. I got off my medications and stopped going to mental health. And when I started coming out of that, I started realizing that I hurt people and myself really bad, you know, and I started coming out of that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hurt people and yourself, like in the 2 years of isolation?
Yeah, and getting off my medications, you know, it's bad for me, and I put my family through a lot, you know, and
So I've got track 3. I just have the numbers up here.
Yes, it is called Unstoppable.
Unstoppable. All right, let's give it a listen. We're listening to the music and discussing the music of Shane McCullough with Shane McCullough right here this morning on KFUG.
Keep believing in yourself 100% of the time. That's essential. Don't let no one hold you back. This is your life. Never forget that. With this microphone, watch me impress you. Spitting rhyme after rhyme, that's how I grew. Writing to entertain, it's what I do. Yes, my sound is unique, truly brand new. No, you cannot stop me, now watch me flow. Head straight to concrete, a powerful blow. White and spinning, everything is so slow. Fade to black, memory where'd it go? Can't stop shaking and I have a migraine. Feeling like I went head on with the train. Tried everything but nothing stops the pain. Finally pass out, too much to contain. Don't remember anything the next day. Cheap energy drinks just blazing away. I've been lost in this fog, finding my way. I'm stone cruising blindly down life's highway. Can't stop, I won't stop, nothing can stop me. Look how far I've come, look how I've grown. In this life, I'ma continue to shine. Heart's pounding harder, vibrating my chest. These feelings flooding me, they're unprocessed. Keeping to myself, I become depressed. What's happening to my life? It's a mess. Nothing has taught me this much is true. Rising from these ashes, watch me break through. See a glimpse of the future, sneak preview. Well, I've been here before, that's deja vu. Sitting alone, not knowing what to do. Contemplating every mistake I blew. Lost again, reflecting, thinking of you. The times we had, everything we went through. Scarred memories replaying in my mind. I keep telling myself everything's fine. Right, continue on this grind. Exercise your mind, don't lag far behind. I've been in the dark, been in the cold. I know about pain. Now that I'm here and still alive, watch me soar. Watch me accomplish my dreams. Well, once upon a time, not long ago, I was a young boy who couldn't let go. Feelings and emotions, they took control. My life shattered due to a broken soul. Start picking up the pieces one by one. So many falling, there must be a ton. All this destruction just from having fun. Is there a way for this to be undone? Flourish and look at these changes I made. Had a few setbacks, so I got delayed. I kept on searching, led my own crusade. Found the light when darkness tried to invade. Looking to the future now, not the past. My life, I've been living it way too fast. I'm waking up finally, good at last. Guess things are looking up for this outcast.
KFUG Community Radio, 1018 the time. We are listening to the music of Shane McCullough, who joins us live in the studio. Shane, talk to me about that track. What was it called again?
It's called Unstoppable, and this is actually one of the 3 last songs that I wrote and recorded for this album. And I'm excited for it because it's going back to my roots, stuff I used to write about. Like, I used to drink a lot of energy drinks every day.
Yeah.
Well, I did a lot of stuff. You know, I work 9 o'clock at night until 5 to 7:30 in the morning, depending on how busy we were at the restaurant. I was the main dishwasher and maintenance guy.
Oh my gosh, overnight?
Wow. Yeah, I do the graveyard shift, so I would drink like 10 energy drinks a day.
Whoa!
I buy 2 cases of the chronic energy drinks from the gas station because you get 20% off if you buy them by the case.
Oh my God.
I'd wake up, I'd drink 1 or 2 of those. Then I walk to my dad's. On the way to my dad's, I stop at the market, get a chronic energy drink. Drink that one, watch some TV shows with them. And then on my way to work, I'd stop by the other market, buy another chronic energy drink.
Whoa.
And then I'd get to grocery outlet across from where I worked. And I'd buy 6 or 7 Wireds. They're 99 cents each.
Oh, wow.
But, I mean, I would work that much. I had to walk an hour to work, you know, to get there. And I'd work all those hours. Then I had to walk an hour back home. Then I would spend 3 or 4 hours after that working on my music.
Wow.
So
wow.
that's why I would drink so many energy.
You can't work like that and come home and have the energy to be creative.
No, you can't.
Yeah, exactly. Wow.
I would just work until I was crashing. I would fall asleep. I'd do it again. And this song is just about going back to my roots, about my brain injury and drinking energy drinks and being in a fog, trying to come out of it.
So we talked about like that kind of fog. I don't know. I don't want to ask you to go into more detail than you're comfortable with, but can you describe that time in your life being in that fog and how you came out of it?
Well, the best way I can describe it right now. Actually, something happened that was kind of funny. I was doing some weed eating for my grandparents, and there's this little moth in the way. I was trying to get it out of the way, right? And it kept trying to go its way. I was trying to get it out, and I was getting frustrated because I didn't want to kill it. It was a pretty little moth. And then I thought, maybe I've been the moth all these years with my brain injury. People are trying to help me out and guide me, but I don't realize it, and I'm trying to do my own thing, And so, yeah, that kind of would describe that.
That's a hell of an insight to have.
Yeah.
Wow. So, I mean, obviously, you've got to be introspective and be able to, think about what's going on inside yourself because you're an artist and you're writing this stuff like that. But just to see that and go, oh, wow, how this analogy of how, what's going on with me and this moth and is this me and other people, that's wisdom right there. That's really cool.
Yeah, thank you.
Wow. So, this fog you described, how long were you in that? This was something that resulted from traumatic experiences and the brain injury.
Yeah,
correct?
my brain injury was at 19. I didn't know who me or anyone or anything.
Do you mind
was.
if I ask how old are you now?
I'm 38. Yeah.
What?
And last summer I just started waking up from my brain injury.
Wow.
Yeah, I started
wow.
I started realizing things that happened before. Like certain people I'd recognize in certain spots and stuff. And
is there any reason for just kind of? I mean, first off, it strikes me that this fog you describe is basically that's like half your life you're talking about.
Yeah,
from the age of 19,
18
right?
years.
And you don't look anything near like 38 too. I just want to say that too. That was a big surprise that you were even over 30.
I've always looked young. People will make fun of me for it, but I was always tell them, well, when you get 50, you're gonna look 70.
That's
when
right.
I get 50, I'm gonna look 40.
Yeah,
30,
and who's gonna make fun of who then, right?
Yeah.
So, my God, I didn't realize from our initial conversation. I mean, like 19 years, and so yeah. Was that moth moment? That was kind of the turning point for you?
Yeah, that was a big turning point for me. I told a couple people about it, and I was like, I'm sorry if I've been like that.
Wow.
Yeah, so now I'm trying to look and see what people are trying to do for me and help me out, and yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. That's really something. I wanted to talk because we met at the Mental Health Service Center, which people, unless you're involved with it, I don't know if people know where that is or know anything about that. Can you describe the service center and the place it plays in the community and then in your own life?
Yeah, the service center is a pretty good kept secret. You have to be recommended to go there by a doctor, mental health doctor.
Right.
Not everyone knows about it. And it plays a big role. It lets us get out. It lets us conversate with each other, spend time with each other. We're not at home isolating. If it was a service center, I would be home, isolating, depressed, not talking to anyone, and I won't have nowhere to go, no one to help me work through my problems throughout the day if I need it. And it plays a big role for us.
And the kinds of things I remember there being, life skills sort of classes and things, and cooking things, and then also some fun kind of hobby things like I know that Gloria was doing, like photography. But also access to mental health professionals too, and counselors and psychologists who can talk to you, right?
Yes, they're there. There's people there that you could talk to, if you have something going on that day or it's been going on for a while, and they'll help you get in to see your psychiatrist sooner if you need. And
have you thought about offering any sort of music classes or music editing sort of things through the center?
I don't want to do a group on my own. That's just kind of
a lot of stress,
a lot of pressure on me to do it every day, because when you do it like this, it's fun, but then when you do it with a schedule and you have people and some of them might not want to do it or whatnot, and And, you know, it just, I don't want to have my own group.
I hear you. I totally hear you with that. So is there anything else you wanted to say about the track we just heard?
No, that was it.
Okay, you want to play another one then?
Yeah, this next one is called Dreams of a Vision.
And again, I'm just going down the line, right?
Yep.
Okay, Dreams of a Vision. It's the music of Shane McCullough, only here on KFUG.
Purple skies, ocean is blue, stars up above, a beautiful view. Walking down this path, remaining true, strong as a triple shot, ice cold brew. I don't know when and I don't know how, everything around flipped upside down, turning my smile into a frown. With all this pain, I started to drown. Nothing's above me, nothing below. Begin sinking fast, breathing in slow. A flicker of light, now watch me grow. I'm so unique, like a flake of snow. Come on with me, keep up if you can. I got this plan, do you understand? Dreams of a vision that are so grand. They're being brought to life through my hands. Ocean waves crashing, moons glowing white. Campfires below, lighting up the night. Being one with nature feels so right. This day's mine and yours, what a delight. Picking up myself to do my best. How did my life become such a mess? I'm awake all night with all the stress. On the right path, but I digress. Months I've been thinking, don't know a way to rebuild all that I let decay. Some say pray, but don't know what to say. Just how do I take this pain away? With a smile I'm torn these lands, the redwood swamps to the desert sands. Love for my music, it only expands. Doing meet and greets while shaking hands. Looking up above, no clouds in sight. Songbirds are singing, sun shining bright. Wind blowing through my hair feels alright. On to the next town, that would be tight. This is my dream, time to make it real. All these gifts are hard to conceal. Feels like hiding an elephant seal. Ready to end this whole ordeal. Showing karma and prosperity. Let's get rid of this disparity so we can end inequality. Moving forward instead of behind. Look at the signs, we're in a decline. We need a positive state of mind so there's a future for all mankind. Roaming around freely on this earth. Babies born healthy right from their birth. No diseases with a healthy girth. A better future for what it's worth. United as one, imagine this. All your loved ones living in bliss. This is our future, it's hit or miss. Let's take action, not reminisce. This planet is here for you and I. Clean energies we need to apply. Look at the rivers, they're running dry. Polluted air, you cannot deny.
It's the music of Shane McCullough right here this morning. Local musician, songwriter Shane McCullough joining us in the studio while we were listening to what was the name of that track again, too? I'm sorry.
This is called Dreams of a Vision.
Dreams of a Vision. And I want to get into some things that we were talking about off mic when that was going, but talk to me about that track.
Basically, it's just my dream to do music, live a peaceful life, and help bring people together. That's what it's all about.
That is what it's all about. Right on. You were talking about, in the last break, we were talking about you coming out of this fog, again, that I didn't realize had gone on for so long because I didn't realize that you're so damn old. Because you look like 10 years younger. coming out of that kind of brain fog that resulted from a lot of traumatic things that occurred in your life, and you were talking about a moment you had and an analogy that you drew between your own experience and the experience of a moth you were watching. But then off mic, you were talking about also CBD and what that played in your waking up from that fog.
Yes. Excuse me. All my doctors think that it's the CBD that's been repairing my brain, because about 5-6 years ago I started taking CBD. I stopped taking THC altogether for 2 years because I wanted to see the CBD, how it would affect my seizures and my depression, my anxiety, my panic attacks, and my sleep. And so, I tried it. I got up to 40 milligrams a day.
Did you find that it did address those issues for you?
It helped a little bit with my depression. It helps with my anxiety and panic attacks. And what was the other one I said?
Let me go back in my head. Depression, panic attacks. Oh God, I can't remember. Was it?
Oh, my sleep.
Oh, was it just the sleep issue?
My sleep.
Okay, sorry.
It helps me stay asleep when I take my night meds, or else I'll wake up at like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4,
Right.
and I'll be yeah.
Yeah.
So it helps me stay asleep. And about 5 or 6 years ago, I started just taking the CBD to see what it helped with all that stuff. And about 4 years ago, I started showing a lot of improvements in my brain. And my thought processes and everything. And
Can you characterize those improvements? What were those like?
I can't really explain it.
Sure. It's a difficult thing
it's
to.
just the doctors see improvements in the brain, how it works and everything. And I know one of my relatives, when I seen him this year on the 4th, he said he notices that my talking has gotten a lot better.
Really?
It's not as slow, and like I'm trying to think about what I'm saying as I say it.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so
Okay.
I didn't know I was doing that, but that's why it's hard to explain.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
The past 4 years, I've been showing a lot of improvements and everything, and my mental health has got a lot better too. So the CBD has been playing a big role.
And you were saying the doctors have said that the CBD has been. playing a role.
Yeah.
Wow.
And last month on the 26th was a year and 9 months without seizures for me. Yeah.
Wow. And I know also we talked a previous break just about the work you do at the Mental Health Service Center out there on 101 near the is it a Shell station there?
Texaco.
It's Texaco. I can't remember what kind of gas. It's Texaco there, and Affordable Tow and all of that area down there. The Gloria Crow Boberts had been for like 19 years. She'd worked in mental health, and she just retired right after our initial conversation. She was retiring, I think, within a month after we recorded that last bit with her.
Yeah, sometime
and with
in
you.
the beginning of June.
So how have things changed with Gloria gone?
Well, we don't have photo group anymore.
Well, yeah, because that was
we had somebody working there when she left, but then they took another job. So it's just been one person working there lately, and so we don't get to go out and do as much stuff. Like they go out for walks and everything. It's changed a little bit. They still have most of the same groups: the stress management, life skills, art, exercise, meditation.
Yeah.
The things that mostly changed is just no going for walks or photo group.
Oh, okay. She just seemed like when we were there and walking through the facility with her, that just everybody was talking to her, and she was planning, like coordinating rides home for some of the people, and she seemed like almost like kind of like the mom of the place.
Yeah, she was very interactive with that place.
Yeah, and I was concerned about maybe what goes on at the service center kind of falling apart a little bit without her there.
No,
Good,
it's doing fine.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah,
As
it's
it
doing really
should.
good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow. All right. So next track.
Yeah, this one is called Capricorn Rising.
Ooh, I like that one. I don't know. It sounds like either a science fiction thing. That's really. All right, let's check it out. It's the music of Shane McCullough right here. It is 10:34, by the way, and you're tuned to KFUG Community Radio.
Thoughts and voices seem to come and go. tell me this, they also tell me that. Life's lost its meaning, let's take it back. Derail, flip, crash, gone off the tracks. So much to fix, no time to relax. White lights flashing, 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 white lights flashing. Lights flashing alone in a shed. Throughout my body, this feeling spread. Paralyzed, motionless on the bed. All alone, no more light filled with dread. Another blackout, drowning, sinking. Another blackout, drowning, sinking. Another blackout, drowning, sinking. Another blackout, drowning, sinking. Reaching up so I can be free, emerging from these flames and debris. Thanks to spirits, I'm shining with glee. How will this play out? It's time to see. They're here guiding, it's our time. 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 Is my zodiac sign. Rise from ocean depths to the skyline. Still don't get it? Watch us intertwine. Energies and stars are now aligned.
Capricorn Rising from Shane McCullough. KFUG Community Radio. We've got Shane McCullough here in the studio with us. That was very different, actually, from the other tracks, huh?
Yes.
Why so? Why was that so different?
Oh, it's just a darker beat, so a little bit darker comes out.
Yeah. What's the darker? What was it? What was going on in that song?
Capricorn Rising. It talks about when my mental health started getting out of control when I was around 20. And white lights flashing, that's when I'm having flashbacks or a lot of memories real fast. You know, it's just like boom, boom, boom.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
Kind of just things like unbidden, like just coming into your thoughts and like popping up.
Yeah, well, after my brain injury at 19, I started having, I didn't know there were flashbacks at the time, but like I would be in my shed because I lived in sheds at the time because I was paranoid and I wasn't on medications yet, so I had a couple sheds. I paid $50 every 2 weeks when I got paid to stay in. I stayed there or the river. You know, that way people didn't really know where I was going to be at.
Yeah. How long did you do that? How long did you live like that?
Until I was probably 25.
Wow.
I moved back here, and then, I got an apartment, and the first couple of years was really rough, you know. Being in a spot where everyone knows you're at, but after time, things get easier. And also that song, I started noticing some of the voices helped me. And so I started listening back then. And if you hear my music a lot, I talk about the spirits around me. And I think maybe some of those voices that help me and talk to me are spirits that are guiding me through my brain injury in this life.
Wow. So how do you tell the difference between the good voices and the bad voices?
Oh, because the bad voices, you know, they'll try to talk to me into doing stuff that's not so good.
Okay, well, that makes sense, yeah.
You know, and the good voices, you know, they're there they give me, like, advice when I don't know what to do, you know. And something that helped was last summer, my therapist, I was having really bad panic attacks every day. It would start about 4 o'clock, and about 5 o'clock I have to change my socks because they were dripping with sweat so bad. God. And my ghost, since that's been around me since 6th grade, I call him Psycho Jester.
A Psycho Jester ghost?
It was a cool
really?
name. Yeah, it's spelled SYKO.
Is he a good entity or a bad entity?
Yeah, he's good.
Okay.
Yeah, and what was I saying? I forgot.
Oh, the panic attacks. You were talking with your therapist
my
last
therapist
summer
said,
about the panic.
since when your ghost comes around and you have this good, comfortable feeling in you, why don't you ask him if he can help with the panic attack? So I went home and I asked him if he could, and then that around 4 o'clock I started having the panic attack again, and all of a sudden I felt really tingly. And like when he gets around, I get the goosebumps and that good feeling, and it all went away. And I haven't really had any panic attacks since then.
Wow!
Yeah.
Oh, wow!
Yeah.
That's interesting. I just want to ask, if you don't mind, I'm intrigued by that idea. So who is this? Who's been with you since you were 6th grade? And
he's this old man in a suit, and in 6th grade, my teacher brought in a bottle with some ashes in it and a note. And she passed the ashes around, read some of the note. She had to leave some stuff out. But it said, like, if anyone gets these ashes on them, they'll be possessed or whatever. And the bottle got to me. I just a little kid, I threw a little bit of ash on me. And I started seeing this old man in a suit, and he used to be a doctor, a surgeon, he told me when I was a little kid. Yeah, he used to come and talk to me at night.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I got to question the teacher that brings the cursed ashes to a school.
It was back in the 90s.
Things like that happen all the time in the night. That's wild. Wow. So that's so he's just been a recurring presence in your life since then?
Yeah.
Huh. That's really helpful. I mean, if that would be like kind of a, is it ever frightening or unnerving for you? Is it something you're just accustomed to?
No, it's just something I've grown to like. And he helps me out sometimes and everything.
Wow, that's beautiful. That's really, really cool. So the I guess I'm interested in the difference between the role a song like Capricorn Rising plays, in which. And I know we were talking about other things too while it was playing, so I have to apologize, for not following along with the lyrics. I'd hear something every once in a while. And are you ever concerned about? I think I asked you this at the service center about when you give voice to or describe the more negative aspects, that you're giving them some sort of power.
No, I never really thought about it like that.
What role does a song like Capricorn Rising play for you? Is it just to help you remember the negative? Does it help you exercise some of the negative?
It gets that out of me.
Right. Okay.
It helps. It's a therapy, and all these songs, you could listen to it, you could tell it's a therapeutic. And it gets the good stuff out of me, the bad stuff out of me, and it makes my mind not so fast. Yeah.
That's beautiful. Do you play these songs for your therapist?
Yes. My therapist likes listening to him a lot.
I bet.
Just about everyone at the service center likes listening to him a lot, too.
Yeah. You did. I noticed that day, too. You had a lot of fans there in the room.
Yeah, every time. Not lately, because I told him I'm done with the second album, but usually I come in the next week and do you have any more songs? Because usually I have 1 or 2 songs every week done,
Yeah. Oh, my God, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So, next track?
Yes, it's called Becoming.
Which one did we play? There we go. Becoming. All right. Now, are we still on this album, on the Mental Prison album?
These are all Mental Prison songs.
Okay. All right, and it's Becoming. We are listening to the music of Shane McCullough, local musician Shane McCullough, right here this morning on KFUG. We're 16 minutes away from 11 o'clock.
Cannot sleep, no, not a wink. Hallucinating, been 2 weeks. Hard to think, I'm starting to sink. Eyes won't open, minute-long blinks. Does it feel like you're alone? Does it feel like no one's home? Gotta get up, need to get up now. Gotta get up, need to get up now. Gotta wake up, need to wake up now. Gotta wake up, need to wake up now. Memories flooding back to me. Emotions, feelings bubbling. get it right. Attitudes hype, flying at night, bathing in the moon's light. Whispering winds, this is how it begins. Not giving in, can't let the devil win. Angels protecting, I'm resurrecting. Wrongs correcting, paradise detecting. Light I'm selecting, no one expecting. Karma's projecting, lives intersecting. Once I was lost, couldn't find my way. Then I awoke one glorious day. Now awaking, Satan's heart I'm staking. Soul for the taking, this trance starts shaking. No more mistaking, this is groundbreaking. Spirits overtaking, so breathtaking. Look at me, what I have become. Emerging to beats of the drums. Earth rumbles quaking, my body's aching. Darkness forsaking, progress I'm making. Life retaking, rising like bread baking. Evil snaking, shed it like hair flaking. So much gain, walking this river of pain. Everything I've learned, all that's arcane. Sun shining on me, dancing in the rain. All this happiness I cannot contain. Watching as my sorrow dies. Now it's time for me to rise.
All right, I'm sorry. The name of that one again?
Becoming.
Becoming. Okay, what's you're tuned to KFUG Community Radio, by the way. Paul Critz with you. Community service. We're spending this first hour with Shane McCullough, a local musician who's brought his music in. I met Shane at the Mental Health Service Center interview we were doing with Gloria Crow-Boberts a couple of months ago already, and we spent most of that time listening to music and talking to Shane about his creative process, too, and it was really fun. So I know, thanks for waiting all that time. I know we talked from that day about having you back on KFUG, but there was so many things going on.
It all worked out because I just finished this album Saturday.
That's amazing, yeah, right? And so talk to me about Becoming then. What role does that song play for you?
Yeah, it's about me becoming me again, waking up from my brain injury, having feelings and emotions again. That's something that I never really had, and I've been dealing with that. I get like tingly and sick feeling and all these emotions in me. I got to talk about it in therapy a lot, and just a lot to process at this time. It's and some waking up from my brain injury, and somehow the darkness in me is turning to positivity now. That's what this song is about.
Okay, yeah, Becoming. That makes sense. Yeah, we were talking off mic listening to that song, but also talking. I asked if how could people get a hold of Shane's music, and here's the bad news. You can't. Shane, can you talk about where you are as far as the process of getting your music online and sharing it with listeners?
Yeah, I'm saving up money right now for a computer so that I can go online, set up an account and everything, put it on YouTube, maybe SoundCloud. I'm also looking to a company that actually sells your music, puts your music out, collects the money for you, prints out the CDs and everything. So I am saving up and looking for that, but at this time I don't have anything for anyone right now.
Yeah, so yeah, and it sucks for you guys, not so much for us, but you have to listen to KFUG to hear Shane's music. We'll put you in. I think we should make a habit of playing a Shane McCullough track every community service.
I was gonna say put it in rotation.
I am. Yeah, we'll put it in. Yeah.
Place you can hear.
That's it right here on KFUG. So I know we've got some more songs to play too before we go, and I wanted to, I guess, basically before we get into this music and work toward the last 10 minutes here, you talked about it's been a difficult couple of months because you haven't had access to beats and everything. How you doing?
I'm managing okay. I'm staying busy, volunteering at the service center, making lunches every day, and I'm keeping busy as best as I can. I got a coloring book coming in a couple weeks, so I'll be able to start coloring again. And hopefully within a month, the beats will start being ready. I can start writing to them again. So I just gotta be patient and wait till it's time.
Yeah. That's tough. It's tough being patient. Yeah, that is hard. So before you get access to the beats, do you think at all about songs, or is it just nothing happens until you get that music in your head?
Well, like Broken, the introduction, I just wrote down without a beat.
Okay.
It was just something, I looked through my notebook for something to put towards the introduction, and I read that. It's like, that would be good. And then I changed it. I had to reword it and everything, make sure I didn't use more words than I should. And I listened to the beat, and it went good to that, and we just put it together.
That is a great pointer for anybody, whether you're composing poetry or rapping or writing anything. Don't use more words than you need to.
Yeah, I try not to use the same word more than once or twice, in a song.
No, that's a great pointer to have.
I don't like being repetitive.
No, of course not. Being repetitive or taking more words to say what you got to say, that's a great tip. All right, so let's play the next track. I've got track 14 up here. What's the name of it?
Dreams of Enchantment.
Dreams of Enchantment. Anything you want to say about this track?
This one is also one of them that's going back to my roots. I made this for a friend. She likes mythical creatures. And I used to write songs about mythical creatures. I had a song about harpies and a werewolf and a vampire. Yeah, so this is going back to my roots again. All right.
It's the music of Shane McCullough right here, and only right here, at least for now, on KFUG Community Radio.
Have you ever had a dream so real, so mesmerizing, that when you woke up, you thought you were still there? Fly with me to a mystical land. Come take my hand, it will be so grand. A brand new world that is unmanned. Beautiful beaches stretched with white sand. Mermaids out bathing in the sun's rays. Unicorns in the field, watch them graze. The color in the sky is purple haze. Can't help yourself, you just stare and gaze. Moon slowly rises, turning to night. Look up above, Pegasus take flight. Caught in the moment, it just feels right. So captivating, what a delight. Harpies come out, listen to them sing. Harmonic melodies they all bring. Enchanting as their colorful wings. Stars sparkling like engagement rings. Watching dragons soaring through the sky, fierce and majestic as they fly by. Hypnotized, looking right in their eyes. As old as the mountains, they are wise. This realm's a treasure, never been found. Locked in a box, rusted and brown. Wrapped in chains, tightly it was bound. Still life blossoms surrounding around. Meteors pass by, watching the show. Lights reflecting from their afterglow. Darkness seems to let go. Finally at peace, now watch me grow. This place I found, I'm inviting you. Full of white magic, who would have knew? Staring breathlessly at this great view. Becoming whole, becoming anew. Side by side, without walls or borders to divide. They all have their own place to reside. Oceans, rivers, lakes, and mountainsides. Fires coming up through cracks in the ground. Watching flames quickly spread all around. Nothing can live here, it's gone burned down. No positives, only hate is found. These parts are empty where darkness reigns. No vegetation, just burned remains. What once were forests are now black stains. Killed it off like cancer in the brains. This is what's happening to our earth. We just can't
So I can't tell. Is that a positive song?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Because it sounds kind of ominous.
Kind of got a little bit.
It was sounding a little ominous there at the end. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, but it's about people. I want people to come together. Try to reverse what's happening.
Okay. All right. So you got to acknowledge the way it's going, and if you're gonna ask people to reverse it, I understand that now. Shane McCullough and the music of Shane McCullough here on KFUG Community Radio. What about what music did you listen to growing up? Where'd this come from?
Well,
I guess your influences
my
is the word I'm looking for.
first CD that I ever had was the Jurassic Park soundtrack.
What's on that?
It's just the instrumentals.
From the movie?
From the
It's just movie?
Yeah, and that's the first one I started writing to when I was in middle school.
You making up lyrics to go with the Jurassic Park? Oh, wow.
Yeah. I love Jurassic Park movie, and I had that CD. It was like I always listened to that. And then in middle school, I just started listening to underground artists more, and through high school, listened to underground artists. And yeah,
that's why.
But yeah, the first one is the Jurassic Park album, and I started writing to it. And
you don't still have any of that, do you?
I don't have it. No.
I'd love to hear that, the Jurassic Park rap.
Yeah, I started writing the lyrics in middle school. I don't have any of those. I don't know.
I think it's interesting though that you don't have like a list of like mainstream influences that you just rattle off when somebody asks you that question. It's just you just kind of started doing stuff yourself.
Yeah, I did just to the Jurassic Park album, and then I started listening to some underground artists.
Yeah.
And yeah, now I don't really listen. I listen to a couple artists and me. And
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if and we do have another couple of tracks to play. We'll go past the top of the hour here, but I wanted to we talked about your music isn't on like SoundCloud, Reverb Nation. It's not online. It's not any of that yet. You're working toward that, getting a computer, getting online, and getting your music online. If there's anybody out there listening who wants to help you with that, is there a way they can do that? Yeah, I don't know. I
don't know how we go about that.
I don't know. I mean, let's just say if they wanted to give money to you so that you could progress in your life as a musician and a composer. I mean, if they went to the service center and left something for you, is that work at all? I'm just trying to figure out a way to.
I don't know, because they don't really want people to know where a service center is.
Right. It's not like a walk-in kind. Okay, I'll just
kind of like a GoFundMe thing.
Maybe something, but again, that's like let's do this. If there's somebody out there who wants to help
Maybe they
Shane,
get hold of you.
That's what I'm going to do, and we won't even take a cut. If somebody out there wants to help out, donate to Shane's endeavor to get a computer so that he can get his music online. Get a hold of us here at KFUG, either on through the Facebook page. You can go to the kfugradio.org and get the phone numbers. You can give us a call. You can email either me, P. Critz at Yahoo, or operator at kfugradio.org. What's that?
Facebook Pay. You can do that on
Facebook. Can we Facebook Pay? Seriously? Really? Don't we have to do something on our end to set that up?
Yeah.
Wow.
You just accept it to your account, and then we would just.
Okay, Facebook Pay, I guess, is a thing. But however it happens, make sure that we understand that you can even go to the website and go to our PayPal account and anything. It's been a while since people hit the PayPal button, actually. But just in notes, just make sure that we understand the money is for Shane so we don't keep it. But if you want to donate to Shane, tell us so. We will pass every cent on to you, whatever comes in. And I don't know if anything will come in or,
Yeah, I would appreciate even 50 cents.
50 cents, even 50 cents, whatever it is. You donate 50 cents to Shane through KFUG, Shane will get 50 cents. We're not going to keep like a 0.5% or anything like that. It's not a CD baby.
It'd be very appreciated.
What's that, Persephone?
Yeah, other organizations.
That's it, exactly. No cuts from, we're not skimming off the top. All right, so it is 11 o'clock straight up. You're tuned to KFUG-LP Crescent City, 101.1 FM, online, kfugradio.org, streaming all the time, unless, something's up with Spectrum. Two more tracks going. Let's hit the next one, Shane. What's this, track 15?
This one is called One with the Spirits, and we actually played this one back in May.
Okay.
It was one of the ones that were ready.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so let's check this out. From his album Mental Prison, this is the music of Shane McCullough, only here on KFUG Community Radio.
Spirits everywhere. They're here all around me. Their time is now. The spirits are here with me leading the way. The spirits are here with me every day. The spirits are living inside me, hey. The spirits watch me, listen what I say. They're always around, so I do my best. Poof, right in front of me they manifest. Intrusive thoughts, they begin to invest. I'm living proof you can become possessed. My mental prison has lasted for years. Waking up from voices, screaming in tears. Bad dreams haunting me, reliving all fears. Envisioning my life when the smoke clears. A man at peace, just enjoying the day. Lessons I learned through rhymes I convey. Realizations are causing dismay. Positives are now starting to outweigh. The spirits are here with me leading the way. The spirits are here with me every day. The spirits are living inside me, hey. The spirits watch me, listen what I say. The spirits are here with me leading the way. The spirits are here with me every day. The spirits are living inside me, hey. The spirits watch me, listen what I say. Thinking about decades of wasted time reminds me of wind blowing through some chimes. So many days writing rhyme after rhyme. Made it this far, still have miles to climb. Storm clouds above me are burning away. Seeing a bright future, not a doomsday. These messages through my songs I relay. Time to take action, not sit there and pray. Standing up straight, gotta do this for me. Showing everyone my abilities. Thinking about the possibilities. Using all of my capabilities to make it further. There's so much to gain. All of this excitement, it's hard to contain. One with the spirits is how I remain. Nope, no way, it's too hard to constrain. The spirits are here with me leading the way. The spirits are here with me every day. The spirits are living inside me, hey. The spirits watch me, listen what I say. The spirits are here with me leading the way. The spirits are here with me every day. The spirits are living inside me, hey. The spirits watch me, listen what I say. Sitting here fighting through day after day. A better life, there's gotta be a way. Tired of waking up feeling this way. These changes to my life, they start today. Going to therapy, taking my meds. Learn about symptoms, they're not in my head. Undo all the stigmas that people spread. The sun will rise and we'll try again. Nothing can stop me, look I'm so proud. I've made it this far, somehow don't know how. Thank you very much, these get you endowed. Look, the era to shine is upon me now. Clearer and clearer, my vision is here. Blinded me like headlights do to a deer. Feel your presence whispering in my ear. Thank you for your help through this last year.
KFUG Community Radio. It's the music of Shane McCullough, and that one was One with the Spirits. If you listen to the first segment, the one we did back when we talked, when Persephone and I went to the service center and talked with Gloria and Shane initially, it is posted on the KFUG Community Radio YouTube channel. I'm very proud of that piece. First off, that was something. I really enjoyed doing everything with that whole piece. Because of Shane's music, because of the kind of person Gloria is, it's the whole thing was cool. But I was talking with Shane, that song, that last one with the Spirits, is what I finished the whole segment with. And I was talking to Shane, and he didn't know because he listened to it and only listened to his part.
Well, I got through a little bit of Glory in You, and I was like, well, I don't think they're going to play any more of my stuff. And I had stuff to do, so I was like,
I had stuff to do. No, I totally get you. I just thought that was
kind
fun.
of a busy person
Yeah, no, I
you know,
understand. I understand. I'm not no shade whatsoever. But but had you stuck around to the end of it, I liked that song so much, I put that one at the end.
Okay.
To be sort of that, to leave with this kind of uplift. Can you talk at all about what One with the Spirits are? I assume, after our two conversations that we've had now, the spirits are the good spirits that are with you all the time,
Yeah,
right?
it talks about, the spirits that are guiding me through life, going towards a positive life, positive goals.
Right on. That is, and that's why I wanted it at the end of that whole. That's great.
And then I'd also like to say my 3 albums I'm doing right now, the 3 album projects.
Okay, let's stop. I want to jump in here. I know. I want to set the stage here, right? Because you have recorded 2 of those albums, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and so there's another album that you're getting ready to begin writing.
Yes.
Okay, so all of these albums are tied together. This is a bigger thing than just 3 separate albums. I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
it's a whole project. The 3 SMs, like I said, my Ghost Psycho Jester, I spell it SYKO. The 3 SMs, the first one is Psychotic Madness, waking up from my brain injury, realizing the pain I caused, using drugs, etc. That's the Awakened album, the first one that we listened to in May.
We had some of those tracks on that initial
And they're
segment,
playing,
right?
you were playing those, you said. And then the second one is Scarred Memories theme, and that's the Mental Prison album, things I've went through that left physical and emotional scars. And then the third album I'm not naming yet, but the third SM is Shane McCullough, and it's Becoming Me Again. And those are 3 stages I've gone through in this life so far.
Wow. So I don't know if I realized that from our first conversation too, that these albums are
I don't think I brought that up.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that they chronicle your kind of awakening and kind of coming into who you are then.
Yeah. If you, waking up from my brain injury and everything, I'm becoming Shane McCullough again, and becoming me, having feelings and emotions, and it's good.
Wow. Well, that's amazing, and even more reason why all 3 of these albums should be available for people to listen to. Because I know I'm being selfish as a listener, as somebody with ears on the outside. You're the person who's gone through all of this and written all of this. First you live it, and then you write it and chronicle it. And I guess on a certain level, as an individual going through something like that, once you get it out, you can kind of wash your hands of it and go, hey, I've exercised all those emotions. I did this and I've gotten it out. But is it different for a musician? Because you kind of want people to hear it.
Yeah, like I said, it's a therapy for me. All my songs, they're all therapeutic for me. It's just a therapy.
But is it important for others to hear it for you?
Yeah, I like other people to hear it because it lets them know people go through the same things that I do, and they can know that it can get better, that they can get through it, that it's not going to be the end of the world. They can live a better life if they go and talk about it with mental health. It'll get better.
Wow. So again, if you'd like to help Shane out with getting a computer and getting his music online, so that we can all kind of, because to me that is so remarkable. That's like, it's like the Lord of the Rings. It's like this artistic expression. It's something that takes time, and it takes remarkable attention and dedication on your part as the artist, and also dedication on the listener's side to kind of consume these, to listen, to give them each of these albums a space, and then to kind of learn about you personally, and to learn about your journey personally, but then also that larger thing about learning, like, it does get better. There's growth that happens. There's good stuff that happens if you listen to all of the things that you write about, if you listen to the voices, if you focus on the positive, if you try to bring people together. It's just an incredible story, and the fact that you've chronicled that own personal story through 3 albums, or 2 albums thus far and 1 yet to come, that's amazing to me. So if you'd like to help Shane get all of this out there and share it with all of us, contact us. We can work out details. You can contact KFUG at the email accounts I listed before. pcritz@yahoo.com is my personal one, and then there's KFUG Radio. There's a operator at kfugradio.org. Also a good one. Facebook is good. Any money whatsoever you want to pass along, you can give it to us. We'll get it to Shane. We won't touch it. We won't take a single penny from it, because it's important, I think. I'd love to have all of these albums.
It'd be very much appreciated.
Right on. So this last track then, let's talk about this.
Yeah, this is my favorite one I've recorded ever.
Ever? What?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
It's just a fun song. This one goes back to my roots, talking about energy drinks and my brain injury. Yeah, it's called In My Brain.
In My Brain. Okay, all right. Now, I would like to just leave it with this song and be done. Is there anything else that you'd like to make sure gets said today before we play this last track, Shane?
That was it.
That was it. All right. Well, first off, keep us posted on how the new album's coming. And yeah, we'd love to have you back on again if you want to bring different tracks or stuff, more other songs from the first album, or as you record and produce the third album, if you want to give us any previews of any of those tracks or anything, we'd love to have you back on anytime.
Yes, thank you. I'd love to be back.
All right, so this is I'm looking forward to this song. This is your favorite song you've ever recorded.
Yeah.
And is this from the second album?
Yep, Mental Prison.
All right. It is the music of Shane McCullough, and again, you can only hear the music of Shane McCullough, unless you know Shane McCullough personally, here on KFUG Community Radio. We're going to check this out. I want to hear this song, In My Brain. This is Shane's favorite song. Shane, again, thank you very much for coming in today.
Thank you for having me.
All right, let's give this a listen. You're tuned to KFUG.
Am I loony, insane? Chemical imbalance in my brain, in my brain, in my brain. Chemical imbalance in my brain. Am I loony, insane? In my brain, in my brain, in my brain, in my brain. Am I loony, insane? Wind me up and watch the show down in Chronics or Black Hole 5 or 6 to get my fix. Voices yelling, lunatics, they won't quit, I asked them to. Feeling trapped up in the zoo. With this pen I write them through. This is now my coping tool. Started writing rhymes with them. Somehow they become my friends. Never wanna part again. Need you like Barbie needs Ken. Am I loony, insane? Chemical imbalance in my brain. In my brain, in my brain. Chemical imbalance in my brain. Am I loony, insane? In my brain, in my brain, in my brain, in my brain. Am I loony, insane? Out my way now, here I go. Sound the sirens, let them blow. Look, I'm flowing like a pro. With these talents I will grow. Missiles guiding coming through. You can't stop me in full bloom. Everything will go kaboom, will go kaboom, go kaboom. Loving life for all that's left. Pull this anger out my chest. No longer will you invest. With the light my soul will rest. On my way now to the top. Feel so good I will not stop. Writing down these rhymes I got. Time to harvest my cash crop. Am I loony, insane? Chemical imbalance in my brain. In my brain, in my brain. Chemical imbalance in my brain. Am I loony, insane? In my brain, in my brain, in my brain, in my brain. Am I loony, insane? Am I loony, insane? Chemical imbalance in my brain. In my brain, in my brain. Chemical imbalance in my brain.
No one rocks Crescent City like 101.1 FM.